Welcome to another episode of Kairos Connect. Today we are joined by Dr. Sarah Johnson. She is out of Henderson, Nevada. So welcome.
Thank you.
I'm so excited to have you on today. I know a bit about your practice, but I'm excited to learn more. So before we get to that, tell me about Henderson, Nevada. Where is it? What is there to do? All of that good stuff.
So I like to say, what is there not to do? Because,
Okay.
because we're 4 hours from the beach, but we're an hour from mountains and hiking, and we're an hour from snow. So we have skiing and everything. We're an hour from Lake Mead, so you can go paddle boarding, boating, all of that lovely stuff. And we're right in the middle of Las Vegas. So we have the best food in the world, best entertainment.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Although we are very much an entertainment capital of the world, we're a very family-centered town. So I get more and more surprised every day when I learn how small our town is, because everybody knows everybody.
Yeah.
When you live here, you start to see like there's small communities and larger communities within this whole valley, and it's a very great place to live.
Oh, so great. And you don't have harsh winters, which is also really nice.
No winters.
Yes. That's awesome. Okay. So let's talk about the position that you're hiring for. This is very exciting because I know that your practice is in rapid growth phase. And so, or rapid growth mode, I guess I should say. So tell me what you're looking for in another doctor joining you in your practice.
What I'm looking for in the ideal world would be someone who may have already been in practice for a little while, and maybe they realize, hey, we want the opportunity afforded to us by working with another doctor. They also will have some paid time off. They will have the ability to have flexibility with balance in their family, or whether it be out and about enjoying life, traveling. I want someone who's able to come in and feel comfortable with their adjusting skills. And if they're not, I help teach that along the way too, as we are upper cervical based practice.
Okay.
But I think that that's something that can be easily taught and learned. And we always pride ourselves on using the best technology, whether it's spinal decompression, laser therapy, things along that nature.
Awesome. And so this position, if I recall, was about 26 hours a week plus some coverage, not consistent coverage, but coverage when needed.
Yes, we're in the office 4 days a week, Monday through Thursday.
Okay.
And definitely we work that, I would say, banker's hours.
Yeah.
So, typically our day starts at the office with patients at 8:30, 8:45, and we're wrapping up and walking out the door by 5:30.
Awesome. Awesome. And so the doctor coming in, would they be responsible for just doing adjusting, or would you like them to do exams, day 1, day 2s? What does that look like for them?
For them, I would like them to do adjusting. And I would like them to come to the point where they are able to do their own day 1 and day 2 as well, so that they can build their practice really to really the sky is the limit. If they're able to see and process new patients, then they can definitely make a lot more money a lot faster.
Got it. Got it. And then as far as marketing is concerned, I heard you say building their own practice. So are they responsible for marketing, or is that done for them? What does that look like in your practice for them to acquire new patients?
So in my practice, I've been in practice here for 22 years. So what I have seen as a result of that is I have a nice referral machine that has been built over the last 22 years.
Yeah.
We also do paid ads. We do through different venues. So leads do come into the office, and we have really well-trained front desk so that they can screen the calls, get the calls scheduled, get the patient ready to just walk in the door and start care, basically. People are looking for the services we look at because we target things for certain conditions like sciatica, low back, neck, so forth. So when the patient calls our office already as a lead from something that's been like we've marketed to them, they're pretty much like they want help.
Yeah.
They are looking for a solution.
Got you. So the doctor coming in would see those patients as well. So
Yeah.
no outside marketing is required, but if there are like networking opportunities, is that something that you would encourage?
I would definitely encourage the doctor to do networking opportunities, like whether it's through chamber, BNI, other referral groups,
Uh-huh.
because I think that helps strengthen our community ties as
Yeah.
well. But if the person was just like, oh no, I'm never doing that. I'm never going to a marketing, I can understand. I've been there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But I think that would definitely help the doctor grow faster and
Okay.
get community ties. But we do not do spinal screenings
Gotcha.
in our office. That is not something we do. We don't set up tables at gyms and craft fairs. We just don't do that.
Yeah, understood. Okay, perfect.
If the doctor wanted to do that, it's something we could explore, but
Yeah.
that's not something that's expected.
Great. Yes. And so tell me, what does compensation look like for the doctor coming in?
So our starting and what as we discussed prior, we're looking at a starting salary of 60,000 per year.
Mhm.
And there would definitely be room for growth where I think the doctor who could learn to do the process at day 1 and day 2, I think they would be at 6 figures well before they knew it in that yearly process.
Awesome. Okay. And then is there any other bonuses or benefits for this position?
So but we do we do an IRA match.
Okay.
We also have there could be paid time off for each year.
Mhm.
I would want them to be compensated for the time that they are off. And then what is the rest of the plan?
Yeah, I know. I know you also had malpractice and then
Yes, covering malpractice associated with that. And also I am open to helping with the training and development of their skills. So that could be traveling to seminars to learn how to do the technique specific things we do. It could also be learning how to process the patient as far as day 1, day 2, and their different communication skills.
awesome. Awesome. And I will say one of the biggest benefits of working with other doctors is having coverage. So when that doctor has paid time off, their patients are still being cared for by you and vice versa. So that's a huge benefit, as I see it, because
Yes.
as owners and chiropractors, people typically don't take time off because then they have to close, right?
Right.
All right. So we've covered a lot in these short minutes. So is there anything else that you think would be important for a doctor applying for this position to know that we haven't covered, either about you, your practice, your office, anything?
I think I have 2 things I think that are important to know. One is I'm greatly invested in someone's long-term growth.
Yes.
In my office, I do have another doctor here that's been in the office for over 15 years.
Yeah.
I have been here myself for 22. One of our staff members has been here for 19.
Ooh,
The other staff, there are other staff members that have been here 3 years. And I feel that that's really a benefit. And I feel that that is a rare occurrence in our professional field. I credit that to really wanting to develop myself and grow myself, but also the people around me that I spend every day with.
Yeah.
So I think that I want to cultivate and continue to grow our team. And if I can learn what they need to grow and they can come along and grow, I think that I'm looking for the next long-term person, where maybe in another several years, I'm like, hey, Dr. Stephanie, I need another associate.
Yeah.
I think valuing people and valuing relationships is one of my strong suits as a person.
Mhm.
And I think that that might be the most valuable thing that I could offer them as an associate.
Yeah, and I know you, so I know that you do invest in personal development, which always bleeds into practice, right? And vice versa. So yeah, the growth part is huge. Is there a level of um experience? I know you said you'd like somebody that has some experience, perhaps. Are you open to new grads? Are you open to someone who's been out a couple of years? What is your favorable experience
Well,
level?
in the past several years, I've met docs coming right out of school where I wish they could come and work with me.
Yeah.
So I think it really depends on the person. Um, if someone is willing to, even if they're a brand new grad, but they have passion and they have the ability to see, like, hey, this might take a little bit to learn, but they're willing to do it, I'm very open to that. And I think managing the expectation of a new grad versus someone who might have had 5 years of practice, there's going to be a bit more learning curve to someone coming right out of school.
Mhm.
But I also think they may have some advantages that the older experienced person may not have. So the newer grad might have a different perspective on clinical outcomes or different research that's available that some of us don't even know exists yet.
Yeah.
So because sometimes we get in our own little offices and we don't learn what's new out there. So I think there's advantages to both. But I think the common theme would be working diligently and have, like, being able to work hard and see through to the end of learning a new skill set, whether it's learning how to communicate with the patient or learning how to do the x-ray series that we need. Different clinical aspects on looking at the MRIs that we need to know how to treat them with decompression or learning how to do the upper cervical adjustment. So I think it really would just depend on the person and if they're willing to have patience to learn it.
Awesome. So yeah, open to anyone that uh experience level. And yeah,
So
so to sum it up, it's more about the person and their ability to learn and to be teachable, and their personality as opposed to the experience.
yeah, I think so.
Okay, awesome. Well, I'm really looking forward to see who ends up with you in your
Yeah,
fantastic practice in Henderson. So we'll be watching.
awesome. Thank you.